If you've just watched my preview for the Solomon Islands versus Tahiti, then you'll know that I think the Solomon Islands will win that game. But who do I think the Solomon Islands will then play in the semi-finals? Well, New Zealand will probably be top of Group B, so they're not part of this conversation. They'll probably beat New Caledonia, at least a draw you'd expect. So it all comes down to this final game, this huge game between Papua New Guinea and Fiji. This is the decider. Both sides on 3 points after beating New Caledonia. Fiji doing it last kick of the game. Incredible scenes. Papua New Guinea getting the job done early. Getting lucky on a few occasions defensively. But a brilliant performance from the centre-backs saw them over the line to a 1-0 win. So they both beat New Caledonia by a 1-goal margin. So that's one thing to take into this. So you think, okay, level playing field. But actually you then look at the game against New Zealand. Papua New Guinea played, albeit against a slightly weakened New Zealand side. I do appreciate that. But still, the defensive solidity that they showed in that game, a real foundation. They only lost 1-0, so they go into this game on a goal difference of 0. 0. Scored 1, conceded 1, 0. Fiji, on the other hand, well, they scored 2 against New Caledonia, did concede 2-1. It was a great game, really entertaining game. Probably the best so far, actually, in terms of an end-to-end game and high drama. But against New Zealand, well, they really came unstuck. Now, I think that New Zealand played probably the best they could have played, given that they had to, break down a side like Fiji, most of the players behind the ball. I thought New Zealand were breathtaking in that game. But it was still 4-0. Now, it should have probably been 3. The penalty is a farcical decision. It's a ridiculous decision. But it was still 4-0. So Fiji go into this game with a -3 goal difference. And that tactically plays into the hands of Papua New Guinea. Because with the solid defence that they've got, they've not conceded from open play in either game so far, including a game against New Zealand. They can draw this game. If this game's 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, anything like that, but probably from a PNG point of view, they'll be eyeing up the 0-0, or certainly a foundation of a clean sheet, then they will go through. That would be harsh on Fiji. But it's up to Fiji to win this game. It's not up to Papua New Guinea. They know that they're solid defensively. They've got Tommy Semi and Kepo, who I've been impressed by as well, likely to play in the attack. They can just counter-attack. They can sit back because they know Fiji will have to break them down, and that will be tough. These sides are similar levels, but I think that Fiji is slightly better going forward, and Papua New Guinea are better defensively. But the urge is definitely on Fiji to kind of, come out and win this game. Certainly get the first goal. As I said in the New Caledonia PNG preview, first goal so crucial. That doesn't change for this game. If Papua New Guinea get the opening goal, they will, in my view, at least qualify. It could be a draw, but I think they would at least qualify. I'd be surprised if we saw PNG take the lead and lose this game. I just think they're too defensively solid for that. Fiji, on the other hand, they have to come out and they have to be all guns blazing and attack. And they've got it in their locker with Sairisu Nalabu and Roy Krishna kind of leading the line. I want to see more of an attacking impetus, should I say, from Roy Krishna in this game. He's been playing a central attacking midfield role so that he gets on the ball a bit more. He's going to have to push forward more in this game. They should go with the 2 up front, make sure that both centre-backs are occupied, because when Felix is picking up the striker and Alwyn's dropping in, or Alwyn's picking up and Felix is dropping in, against one striker, which is what they've been up against in both games, they've had absolutely no troubles from open play. So I think that Fiji should go a bit more attacking. I think they should play the 2 up front. And one thing that Fiji must do is spring the offside trap. Papua New Guinea play a high line. They push up, they try and play the offside trap. They got away with it a few times against New Caledonia. With the pace that Sairisu Nalabu has, Fiji must exploit the offside trap. He can start 10 yards deeper, maybe inside his own half even if it's a high line. The ball over the top from someone like Raju. I've heard that Kishan Sami isn't playing, which is a huge blow for Fiji. Maybe even Krishna, if he drops in, plays that ball over the top to Nalabu. That is the main way that I think that they will get in behind and have a chance at goal. And Nalabu's a good finisher. We've seen it all throughout the Digicel Premier League, and we saw it on match day 2 as well. I think this really comes down to, similar in the other game, the opening goal. And whoever gets it, it's going to change the context of the game, because I don't believe that Papua New Guinea have that many goals in them. I think that Semi is a good attacker, and I think that Kepo is a good attacker, but I don't think they have quite that free-flowing passing football. They're very counter-attacking, and that has a low success rate in terms of chances in front of goal. We saw their goal against New Caledonia. It was a brilliant finish from Semi, but again, that just came from a direct ball and a defensive mistake. Now, what Fiji got at the back, can they deal with someone the likes of Semi? We'll see. But for me, again, my prediction, I see PNG going through, whether it's a narrow PNG win or a draw. And I don't really care if I'm right or not. I just want to see a good game in this one. If it turns out if Fiji come out and beat them 3-0, if PNG beat them 3-0, then I'm just going to hold my hands up and say, okay, well, I called that one wrong, but who cares? Because what a game. What a tournament we've seen. What a group stage. Filled with drama, should I say. Full of drama. This one's been fantastic. I've loved every minute of it. This is my last day here in Doha. And just for that, I think that you should drop a subscribe on the channel. Just that I've been here in Doha to see these games live. That is all from us. The next time you'll hear from me, I will be back in the United Kingdom, in a far, far colder country, bringing you updates from African Cup of Nations qualifiers, but also the semi-final and final of this tournament as well. Drop a like, drop a comment. Who do you think's going to win? And of course, as ever, we'll see you next time.